Our country is kind of divided right now, politically.
As far as politics, there's a bit of corruption.
To me, voting means, it doesn't mean as much as it should.
The inequality that is getting more and more extreme.
Things are not equitable, and the basic things that you need to live in society are at risk.
You hungry? I am.
What happened in Katrina was like not okay. The amount of neighborhoods, the amount of groups of people, specifically in low economic status areas that were not supported, was not okay.
Because there's professional organizations that do work and that's all that people know, then they start to think, okay, well, I don't really need to actually do anything. It kind of creates a barrier between ordinary people doing what's right.
Generally, people are not happy with the way things are going, but they don't have an alternative.
I feel like citizenship is contributing to your community.
You have to work from the bottom up.
We need to find more of a sense of community, you know. Come together with people, put aside your petty differences.
You have to participate, and that there has to be a sense of stewardship, that you have sort of an obligation or a duty. Unfortunately, that can be daunting.
A lot of people don't really know how to get involved with their own community, but there is always something out there that people can be doing to help the community.
I made myself a promise. I chose a way of life, and I decided to keep that promise, whether or not I had children, whether or not I had to do food shopping, no matter what else, that was a focus.
Showing up for hearings, speaking out when we thought it was important, throwing fundraisers that get donated to other parts of the community, supporting politicians, doing voter registration drives.
If your town is corrupt or anything you work in is corrupt, use that corrupt nature to find your way in. So you go there and you slowly make a change. You talk to people, why are you doing what you're doing? Well, I'm doing what I'm doing because I want to see a change in my community. I'm tired of looking at the eyesores. And we got organized. And then from that, you take that energy, you take it to the community, and you work with people who are willing to work just as hard as you. And at least plant the seed. You never know who you may inspire to pick up right where you left off.
I think the most kind of amazing and impressive thing that's gone on is the array of diversity. Everybody's involved. Like, we're talking about like working side and side with like cops, firefighters, government officials, community leaders, organizational leaders, church leaders, like everybody's involved, because natural disasters, unlike capitalism, for example, doesn't discriminate. It hit everybody, regardless of socioeconomic status.
It's making us have to communicate with each other and get out from our own little worlds.
Whether you disagree with somebody that's sitting at the other end of the table or not, you can't just let it disappear or just let it roll over from administration to administration to administration. Otherwise, nothing would change, nothing would get better. There have been times when there's been some serious conflicts. 9 out of 10 times you can work it out and find that common ground.
I don't think people should complain about government unless they participate in some way. Sitting down and complaining is great. Anybody can do it. Trying to fix it, it doesn't just take the town officials. It takes the town. It takes the people in the town to stand behind the town officials or let them know what they want. And you don't always have to be an elected person to affect your community.
I think of it as a way to sort of educate, change the tone of the conversation, create a conversation where there wasn't a conversation. So the success of that is if we can protect people, if we can open the door to creating a long-term conversation.
So much negativity, especially in inner city, going around. Like, we can all point our finger at. It's always something that we could say that is not right. But if you're not doing anything to change it, then you're just complaining.
It's going to take all of us, not just me or a group of people. It's going to take everyone to work together.
A lot of people have asked us, well, who are you with? Well, we're not with anybody. We're with ourselves. I tell people, we're with you. But if you just have the inclination to go do something, go do it.
You know, kind of like with the whole thing with the Gandhi quote, be the change. Like if you want to see some change, then you start off, and then eventually people will follow.
I can make an impact. I can be a good citizen. Because you know what? The citizens are the watchdogs.
You are the scent of hope. You are like that sweet smelling aroma. You're restoring hope.